Okay, welcome. What I'm going to be asking you, if you're in your home, in order to connect and to be grounded, I'm going to be asking you to do an exercise with me. The lesson is going to be completely in English. Then, just to let you know, I'm going to be streaming also to Facebook. Just a moment. Okay, I'm going to be asking you kindly if you put your vertebral column completely straight. If you have shoes, remove them. And if you are able to take away your socks, please remove them in order that you can connect directly to the ground. Take your time. Very gentle now. Connect the sole of the feet to the ground and try to open your toes. Very gentle, connect to your pelvic floor. And on the pelvic floor, connect to Muladhara. And this is really important. Just pull up the pelvic floor or just squeeze the pelvic floor. Once it's squeezed, connect again to the sole of the feet. Your spine is straight. Try to enlarge your spine, very gentle. Open very gentle your chest. You don't have to put jaws to be connected to your chest. And your tongue in the hard palate. Just place softly the tongue there. Very gentle, inhale through nose. Hold the breathing. Relax and exhale. Close your eyes. Connect to the pelvic floor. Inhale. Exhale. Squeeze your perineum. Now your lower stomach in. Open chest. Exhale. In. Exhale. In. Exhale. Tense the sole of the feet, lower legs, legs in. Open your chest, drop the head to the back, hold the breathing. Come back and exhale. With your eyes closed, relax. Be grounded. You're breathing through the mouth a little bit, gentle. With no thoughts in your mind. Just to be present and conscious during the session that we're going to be having. Very gentle. Now inhale through nose. Open your eyes. And exhale very gentle through mouth. Thank you very much for coming. And today is a very amazing topic that we're going to have is about the Lingam. That is Linga. Linga means undescribed symbol, undistinguished symbol. That means that the word Lingam in the Sanskrit origin, it doesn't refer directly to the penis or directly to the genitalia, because Lingam by itself was beyond gender and beyond any kind of manifestation. The word Lingam, it was referred to what is the purpose of the main life force energy that exists in humanity. Then most of the times when we think that the Lingam is our phallus as men, is not. Lingam is connected directly to our genitalia by our genitals, but is directly coming back to our spine. The lingam by itself connects, is a symbol that is the one holding two things, connecting the Mother Earth, that is the base, and the universe, that is not only the base in the consciousness, but the manifestation of the supraconsciousness. Both ends represents the lingam by itself. Then when we refer to lingam, it's not only that we are referring to the symbol of it or to the phallus, we are referring to the existence of humanity. And this is very nice and very important because the conception of lingam by itself is over 5,000 years before Christ. In the Indus Valley was the first recording of what was the lingam, or the lingam. And it refers to the connection of the genitalia of the femininity and the genitalia of the masculinity. I know that some of you have seen what is the symbol of the Shiva Lingam. The actual modern one is out of the Vedic times in India. And today what I wanted to talk with you is about a concept that was confirmed long-wise when the Linga concept, the symbol of existence, was starting to come out as a fashion in venerations, rituals, but also when we were handling sexual energy. And this is really nice. If I go very fast, let me know if you have any kind of question, because for me it's very important that you know that everybody has a lingam, even though you have a clitoris, and if you have a penis, you are connected directly to the lingam also. But it's the power of yourself connecting to Mother Earth and to the universe, but also the power to connect to the different existence of yourself as human being, but also yourself as a soul, essence, but also the connection of yourself as me, Armando, or me, Anan. Then this is very beautiful because when we refer and we do something that is sexual, you connect to these planes, you know. In the Tamil community, we are going to see that there is a lot of descriptions of the lingam. And let me go to my notes because this is, sometimes it's hard to remember. Okay. The evolution of the concept of the lingam had been in different communities. Some communities, like in the north of India, they have the connection to something that it was called the Rudra. I don't know if you know that there's some beds that the Indians, they use to do mantras. And those are the Rudraskas. And they come from a Rudra, that is a tree. In ancient times, that tree was venerated as a linga, the connection of Mother Earth and the universe. And the same thing of the Rudra evolved in order that some other cultures in India, they were connecting the manifestation of the existence to a mango tree. But the most important thing for us in this lesson is the conception of the Tamil. The Tamils in ancient times, they venerated not a tree, they don't venerate the Shiva Lingam, they venerated an stick, you know, a wood stick that it was there. Just a little bit, they carved something on the top and they carved something at the end, double thing. And that stick in the ancient times, in the Tamil era, it was connected to 3 points. And this is really, really beautiful. One that is connected to the beginning of the stick, 4 fingers on top of the end. One in the middle, They put another thought and four fingers underneath the top of it. And they call it this the three lingas. And this, in all the cultures, represents the connection to the whole bodies of existence: sexual, emotion, and spirit. Physical, emotion, and spirit. And these three lingams, in Tamil terms, they were venerated, but also they did exercise to connect to these three parts of the lingam. Now, this is really amazing because they transport something that was a symbol of existence to something that was iconic, like a stick, but also what they did, the Tamils, was something very fascinating. They transport the idea of the existence, that is pure matter and pure consciousness into the spine. And from there, things started to be manipulated and things started to be spread around Tantra, Vedic things, but also Taoistic things, but also things in China. And this is the most amazing thing, because from one idea that is the linga was transported to different metacultures that are right now in our knowledge. And what I wanted to do today is that you connect to your own linga, your stick of light. The Tamils, they venerated the lingam as the source of all the energies that were in all the planet. And it was the energy that it manifested inside of us in all our spine. Then different techniques, for example, Tantra Shastra, that is regarding this Tamil veneration, they started to move energy longwise the spine. And our spine is the linga for the Tamils. And in Tantra Kaula, after Tantra Shastra was started to maneuver the energy on the spine, Tantra Kaula by itself started to put it as a whole knowledge of the whole subtle system of the bodies. If I use a little bit of concepts, I will try to land these concepts. Really nice when we are talking about the spine, that is called Shushumna channel in modern times, in our subtle system, that stick of light is connected to these three matters that are connected to the identity of three bodies: physical body, emotional body, and a spiritual body in the same stick of light. Now, but also, these three bodies represented just 2 fingers above my genitalia, where is my rib cage, down here, just down here, where is my rib cage, and I start my rib cage, there's another point. And then we have another point in my agna in the pineal. These three lingas connect to the process of your own life. And this is the most interesting thing with the exercise that we're going to be doing today, is that with these three grantis that are called in modern times, these three lingas, you can connect with the journey of your own soul. And you're going to tell me he's begging or he's talking nonsense, but I will try to explain to you. And this is just the beginning. When you are coming to this world and in existence, your soul comes into the body. In some cultures, it comes from the stomach. In some other cultures, from Hindu. And some other cultures come in the granty of the sex. It will depend the method. But in real terms, your soul comes into the body. Doesn't matter how. Let's put it like that. And your soul is connected to your vertebral column to one beautiful line of energy, but also is connected at the same time to these three lingas, or these three grantis. And why I'm talking all these things, we are going to be talking about Pinus and clitoris afterwards. And this is the nicest thing about this technology. It's because the purpose of your own life, of your own existence, is recorded over there in the spine. And I'm going to put you a simple question in order not to go so deep into these philosophical things and concepts. What I wanted to ask you, when you are having a full body orgasm, that is not just a quickie, that you have built up all the sexual energy, what is happening in your mind in microseconds? Try to fragment it, that. I'm having in a verge of orgasm, just before the orgasm, a climax orgasm, or just before an ejaculation, what is happening in my mind and what is happening in your body. I will explain to you this. When I'm having ecstasies and I'm just in the verge of orgasm, I don't control my mind. I'm connected to the supraconsciousness, but we don't know. In the same moment, you are saying, fuck, okay, what is he thinking? What is she thinking? I'm down here. But in microseconds, everything is coming in microseconds. Then you are connecting to reality. You are connecting to your surrounding at the same time. You are going to the both ends of your stick of light in before an orgasm. Then in that precise time, you are having pure pleasure of genitalia. That's the first linga. And you are connected to the person. Once you connected to the person and says, okay, I'm being reciprocated, I'm feeling it, him, or I'm feeling her, in that precise moment, you connect to the second linga, the second granti. And then when you are in the orgasm, then you are not there. You are in the supraconsciousness, in your pineal. Your body ceases to exist. There's no body in microseconds. And the most beautiful thing of this is that you have connect with the whole source of energy of yourself, but also you have connected with your soul. Ego is not there. I cease to exist. I connected to the source. Now, the most interesting part of this, in simple terms also, you connect with your own journey of life. That's why when we have an orgasm or a sexual encounter with the correct person, you are recognized. That means that it's not a nun, the one here that is recognized, but it's my existence. The person didn't believe that I was fat, or I was short, or I was tall, or I was Mexican, or I was a tantrika, nothing. The person recognized me pure. In that existence, you connect to your own stick of life, and you started to discover your own journey as a human being. This is one of the most interesting parts of the stick of light of the Lingam. And remember, the Lingam is not only for men. The Lingam is the whole stick of light that you have in your spine. Now, when you have that connection, you activate something that is called the Brahmanadi. The Brahmanadi, in some culture, is called the silver thread. The silver thread is the connection to the whole soul journey. Sometimes if we do a quickie, okay, that you recognize a little bit, but it's just like playing around. And you have a huge orgasm, but it's not so deep. Then you connect to something that is called the chindri. And the chindri is another nadi that is still in the vertebral column. And the chindri connects with your energy and is the meridian of the energy. Now, when you are saying, for example, that you in that connection you are too emotional, or you become to take an action and they say immediately, I reject the person. Then you're connecting to two extremes of your own personality that are in your own spine, in that stick of light. That is Ida and Pingala. And then you're saying, okay, what should I do? Now, if I'm wounded completely, the whole energy will go directly to something that is called the Vaira. I'm emotional move. These nadis are there in your stick of light. And when you are feeling these emotions, all those emotions, all these feelings, all these sensations, all that connection to your soul, all the connection to your energy is in your spine. Those represent the 5 basic bodies of your own existence in your whole spine. But now, it's not only when you connect to these 5 meridians through sexuality. Also, you can connect it in simple terms. Right now, we can do it. And I will ask you today to do it with me in order that you can feel a little bit how we can move the life force energy and your existence in the stick of light. Now, before we do the exercise, I will remind you for those ones that they are students of Tantra, holistic practices, or you are masseur, or you are aficionado, that in the same stick of light is the journey of your life. We have the 7 chakras in the same meridian, in the same Sushumna, in the same Linga. Every chakra represents your behavior, but also every chakra represents 7 years of your existence. Muladhara, that is the first chakra, represents the evolution of myself in the 7 years, the first 7 years of my existence. Svadhisthana represents from 7 to 14. Then Manipura from 14 to 21, Anatta from 21 to 28, 28 to 35 Vishuddha, 35 to 72 Agna, 42 to 49 Saharara. That's the way we mature. Now the nice thing in these terms, there's 2 universities in India that have measured psychological, the frame of evolution of the chakra system. And now they say that the new generations, they are evolving within 5 years. Then now the millennials and Generation Z, they are evolving by 5 years. Then first chakra, 5. Second chakra, 5, 10. And you can see in the youngsters that now they have all these ways of behaving that we didn't have when we were young. And it's because they are evolving, and we are evolving as humanity. Okay? And what I wanted to tell you is that when we connect to the Linga, that is your stick of light, your spine, Sushumna, you are connecting to your whole story of your own life. That we have a very huge amount of power to be connecting to our own story as humanity, but also as humans, but also in our own existence, just connected to the spine. The more I connected and give energy to the spine, and the more I'm in awareness of my own spine and how it's connected to myself, the more I can modify a lot of things in my own existence. Biological, mental, in behavior, emotionally, energetically. And it's because everything that is around what is my spine is connected to everything what am I. And that's the beautiful thing about the Linga, your spine, Sushumna channel. Okay, are you ready to do the exercise in order that I don't keep talking too much? I'm going to be asking you if you can to stay Um, stand up if you can, please. I will ask you, and I will wait a little bit. Okay, everybody's standing up. Thank you, Jonathan. Okay. I'm going to be asking you to be standing up. Let me see. Okay. My legs are in the same height of my hip. And I'm going to connect to my spine. Voy a conectar con mi espina dorsal. Then very gentle, I'm going to be just arcing my spine. Once I'm arched, I squeeze my perineum and my lower stomach inside, and then I come back very gentle. I'm going to place my hands on my lower back to help me. Okay. And I squeeze my perineum, lower stomach, and then I relax. I squeeze, I relax. I squeeze, I relax, I squeeze, and connect to your spine. Drop the head to the back and come back very gentle. ¿Listo? Ready? Inhale through nose, exhale through mouth. Squeeze in. Deeper. Inhale and hold. Open chest. Draw the head to the back. Come back, exhale. Close your eyes. Inhale through mouth, exhale through mouth. Sensations. Connection to the sole of the feet, to my top of the head. I open my eyes, if I have them closed. Now we're going to go a little bit deeper. I'm going to be asking you that you connect to your palate through your tongue. Then caress the palate with the tongue. My tongue is connecting to my frenulum as a man. My tongue is connected to the clitoral as a woman. And what I'm going to be trying to do is very gentle. I squeeze, I relax. I squeeze both perineum, lower stomach, and keep caressing the palate. Semi-open the chest, relax. This movement, ese movimiento. Keep caressing. Now connect with the sensation of connecting to genitalia and connecting to your palate. Keep squeezing and relaxing. Enlarge your spine. For being inhaling through the nose, now you're going to inhale through the mouth, even though you are start to tense your whole body. Inhale and hold. Open chest, draw the head to the back. Keep forward. Come back and exhale. Easy breathing through the mouth. sensations. I hope that everybody's okay. I'm going to making an let's continue. My two hands are going to go underneath my stomach, and this is my beginning of my pubical bone. What I wanted to do is that you go up and down, like pulsating, and bend your knees. Now we're going to use other breathing, and I'm going to connect it to my butt. Keep it squeezed all the time. Tip up a little bit, your hip, and I'm going to be doing this. My breathing is going to change through the nose. Fire breathing. Inhale. Open arms, open chest, tend your body. Exhale to mouth. Eyes closed. Connect to your own genitalia and connect from the genitalia to your spine. Now imagine that your spine is a wall of light. Keep there with your eyes closed, please. Open the toes of your feet. Open the fingers of your hands. And tense completely your hands, your arms, and your legs. Very gentle, your perineum is squeezed. Keep it like that. Open very gentle now your chest. Your hands completely a little bit to the back. Do not open your eyes. Breathing through the mouth, very gentle. Those hands are completely open and tight. Your fingers are tense. The palm of the hands are tense. Stay there. The sole of the feet are tense. Breathe to mouth. Open a little bit your chest. We are going to the second granny. Your own time, your own heart, and hatha. Stay there open. Breathe through the mouth. Breathe in. Drop the head to the back. Lean forward your hip. Open chest. Come back and exhale. Relax your body. Do not open your eyes. Sensation that you are feeling now. How is the top of the head? How is your genitalia? Open your eyes very gentle. And just now, if you can, relax. How is everybody? And what I try to bring to you is a little bit of what is happening when the spine is connected to genitalia, but also when the spine is connected to anahata. And what are the things that are happening with you when the linga is completely in activation? That is the one of light. If you have any kind of question, let me know. Is everybody okay? If you wanted to sit and relax, it will be okay. If anybody wants to comment something in the chat, let me know. If you're okay, there's no problem. Now, we are going to now to refer when we are manipulating clitoris and lingam, the genitalia of us. And I don't know if you have seen the form of a Shiva Lingam. Shiva Lingam has a platform and then a little bit a stick like this, and then it's coming something out to the outside, you know, like if I can, let me see if I can share the screen. Let me see. Sorry, it's a mess my screen, but I'm going to try to connect. Let me see, where is it? Now, it is here. I hope that everybody's seeing it. That's a Shiva Lingam. Now, the nice thing of a Shiva Lingam is that it represents the clitoris, but also represents our penis. In modern times, because they don't want to sexualize something that is religious to the Indians and to Vedic cultures, they don't talk about it. But if you see, when we are connecting to the point of the clitoris, to the glands of the penis, we are connecting to these two things that are happening: peace and divine consciousness. And what you're going to tell me, peace and divine consciousness, when I'm stimulating the clitoris and stimulating the lingam, is that when you connect to the stimulation of the clitoral, you connect directly to the spine, but you connect it directly to the Brahmanadi. When you connect it to the purity of yourself, that is your whole structure, with not thinking that if you're acting good or you are acting bad, and it's just connected to the meaning of have pleasure, then something happens completely in the emotional channel, and something happens completely in your mind. Believe it or not, you are in peacefulness because you don't have mind, you don't have thoughts, you don't have problems. It's pure pleasure. And what is called that Shanti? And when we are in Shanti terms, when we are being stimulated there, all our spine is starting to move. When in the precise moment that your body, you know, when we are completely sexualized and we started to move our body like we are the exorcist kids, you know, like, oh, and then you started to move your neck and started to move your whole body, you're starting to connect with something that is called the divine consciousness. What is happening energetically, your essence is starting to go out of your body when you are in ecstasy, in a state of ecstasy. Now, and something what I like is when you are starting to state of bliss. It's pure pleasure. There's no control of the body. Your mind is gone. And when you are in a state of bliss, you are in a pure, constant orgasm. Now the Shaktis, they can know this because most of the time the Shaktis can connect to what is a constant orgasm, a permanent orgasm. Many take us a while, but when we are in bliss state, that everything is pleasure, your ego disappears, your spiritual self disappears, and the only thing that is connected is to the source. You become pure Anand. No? But the nicest thing that is happening, if you see down here, it's called divine energy. Out of the result, out of the whole connection to the spine, to the sexual pleasure, and it's just, I'm telling you, just to the sexual pleasure. But we're going to talk another way to connect to the lingam that is not sexual in order to finish what we are doing. When you connect to the divine energy, you are empowered. Anand or Armando cease to exist. I'm here. I'm now. I have the power. I'm fulfilled. I'm recognized. I'm connected. I'm connected to the source. And thus, out of a sexual encounter where it's a pure orgasm that is completely taking you to these three stages, you are going to have that. Now, and you are in divine energy. And that divine energy, I don't know if you have seen, when you finish a sexual intercourse, when you are completely satisfied, then the people, what they tell you? Oh, you did something. What happened to you? What is there? Huh? And the nice thing is that you are in divine energy. Now, these three things, you can also do it in another stage that is not your genitalia. Heart, my other linga. When you are connected in serenity. I'm giving in the same way that I'm receiving. I'm completely on balance with my beloved one. I don't have to do nothing. She or he support me as the way I support her. I'm completely in synchronization with him. Peaceful, shanti. And I'm connected to that. But also not only to my beloved one, to everything. What I'm giving, the energy that I'm giving to the world, I'm receiving it back. I'm in peace. I don't have to do nothing. I'm content. I'm satisfied. I am emotionally satisfied. Peace. When I'm in connection, that I'm feeling this peacefulness, I'm fulfilled. I'm in divine consciousness. I don't have to do nothing. Everything is balanced in my life. My emotions are stable. I don't have to do nothing. And then bliss started. I don't know why I'm happy. Whew. This is very real. I don't have problems. Everything is correct. Oh, divine consciousness. Once divine consciousness is happening in your heart and in your life, you're in pure bliss. No ego. This is Armando, this is Anand, but I don't give a fuck what is happening. I'm just here. I'm in divine existence. I'm a human being that is connected to the source. I'm a human being that is connected to Mother Earth. I'm rooted. I'm rooted in my heart, I'm rooted in my mind. Once this thing started to happen, immediately the second grantee liberates to the third grantee, Agna. I know who is Anand. I know what Anand wants. He's okay. Peacefulness. Divine, Anand wants to grow. Anand wants to be somebody else. is connected to essence. No more about Anan is about who wanted to become Anan, divine consciousness. Once I started to connect with my spiritual self, that is this evolution, I'm in divine consciousness. Once objectively I'm seeing what is happening with Anan, with the spiritual part of Anan that wanted to become a better Anan, and I observe in objectively, I'm in meta consciousness. I'm in bliss. I see what stupid Armando is doing, Anan. I see what Armando wants to become, and I know exactly what is happening with his life and with his existence. Therefore, I know where I wanted me as an essence doing this plane, Shakti, divine energy. In 3 stages, you are connected to the Linga. In the 3 stages, you are connecting to your essence. And 3 stages, you are connecting to the journey of your own soul through the Lingam. Now, the problem is that most of the times when we are talking about Tantra, we talk about directly to the sexuality because it's the easiest way. But if you started to do the same programmation of the Shiva Lingam in the heart and in the mind, it will be a pure connection to the essence and the pure knowledge that you are going to be having. The more I do this journey in the Lingam, the more I can connect to my divine existence. And you're going to tell me, Anna, what I need to be going to the divine existence, why I wanted to become the Shakti. It's not that you wanted to become the Shakti. It's the one that you are in completely satisfaction of what you are doing in this plane. That's it. And in complete surrender of what is happening and in complete harmonious things of the things that you are learning of life, that you are recognizing all your lessons of life. The more I recognize the lessons of life that I have, the less karmatic situations I have. If you don't know, if you're not related to karmatic situation, it means less shit, less bullshit, less problems, less seeing the problems with my neighbors, with my mother-in-law, with my couple. The more I'm connected to these planes, the less problems I will see. And the less problems that I see and feel, the more in existence and completely happiness am I. As this is, okay, I'm going to stop sharing. This is one of the things that I wanted to share with you regarding the Lingam. And now, those ones that would like to go deeper into this, we are going to have a certification about this. And it's not only that we are going to see all these esoteric things about the one of light, but we're going to find out how to give massage to a lingam, how to connect the lingam to the spine, how to see the granthis, how to connect to this amazing technology that is over there. And this is really amazing for me to put together something about the lingam, because for a long time I wanted to share this, because it's a lot of things regarding lingam, but nobody talks about it. Sometimes you need a whole compression because the Lingam story is over thousands and thousands and thousands years old. And there's a lot of things talking about if there's one concept and this is another concept. And also when we talk about genitalia. And then when we talk about genitalia, sometimes we tend to go away. This time, what I'm going to be concentrated in this training is going to be in the genitalia of the men. Then, but it's not only a training for men, it's a training for women and men. And you're going to tell me, okay, if I'm a woman, what the hell I'm going to be doing? I would like to understand how my clitoral works. We are going to see a little bit about the clitoris and about how it connects to your G-spot. But I wanted to put together another model dedicated to the whole aspect of the linga of the woman. You know, that is the connection of clitoris, G-spot, vaginal tract, and uterus, and how it connects to the spine. Because this is, if the men technology is amazing, women technology is 10 times deeper. And that's what sometimes is very difficult to put together a whole training dedicated to the biology, to the sex, to the emotional part, and to the spiritual part of the genitalia connected to the spine. What we're going to try to bring together is a whole aspect of you trying to understand how the whole genitalia of the man connected to the spine. Massages, deep tissue massages, unblocking, the armoring, the lingam. We're going to see a lot of things, but also we're going to see anal cavity that is connected to the lingam and how the five chakras are connected to the anal cavity. Those ones that would like to come Saturday, we're going to have in the morning one. Is in the morning, Jonathan? Yes, no?
It's 10 o'clock on Saturday in the morning.
10 o'clock on Saturday, we have a webinar, and it's going to be 1 hour and a half. If you wanted to come, I'm going to be asking you to come with a sarong and a little bit of oil. And doesn't matter if you are a man or a female, but we are going to go and do some auto de-armoring in the pubical area, and we are going to handle a little bit of the part of what we're going to be seeing in the certification. Then if you have time, Saturday at 10 a.m. Central European Time, there's going to be this webinar. This webinar is not going to be in Facebook, it's going to be private in Zoom. Then if you wanted to come, you're welcome to come. The only thing that you need is to register. And I think Jonathan had the link, or you can ask to me or to Jonathan or to Linda.
The link is in the what do you call it? In the evenement.
In the Facebook
event? For this event. Yeah, in the event.
Also, it's in my website, in True Tantra. Then you can go to my website, and there's a whole landing page regarding the training. And you have the events that are free in order to know more about what we are doing. And I would like to know if you have any kind of question. I'm going to stop the streaming by now in order that the people that we're gathering in Zoom, we can have a little bit of 5 to 10 minutes of chatting around this topic, if you want, okay? Then let me stop the recording.